Good morning, everyone. Yesterday I looked at the Gospel of John, but if we had read the first reading yesterday, we would have seen that it's taken from the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 14. And it really does show us how fickle people can be and how fickle people were in those days. Paul was going into the people, and people were cheering about him, that he was a great idol. In fact, they said he was an idol. They were bringing him along, trying to offer him sacrifices, treating him as a god. And Paul was saying, no, not at all. And in the same chapter of the Acts of the Apostles, we now find that people are persuaded to turn against Paul. So there were idols yesterday and victims today. In fact, they got hold of Paul and they stoned him. As far as they were concerned, put him to death, dragged him out of the city, out of the town city, and left him there. And when his followers went to go and pick up his body, they realized he was still alive and nursed him back to health. You see, the early church being established wasn't always welcomed by everyone. It wasn't, the good news of Jesus was sometimes treated with a lot of suspicion. And so people became victims. And perhaps some people were a little fickle, were a little bit too easily influenced in one direction or the other. Even look at the case of Jesus. One week he was being, palms were being thrown on the road ahead of him, riding into Jerusalem. He was coming in as a king. And a week later, people are saying, crucify him, crucify him. So we must be careful about human nature allowing us to influence our overall attitude. The one thing we've got to hold on to is the absolute truth. And the only way we could find the absolute truth is to keep close to God and not to allow worldly issues, worldly values, and so forth to pull us away. Yeah, we live in trying times, and sadly there are wars and there's famine and there are floods and there's ESCOM all around us. But we must remain focused and remain true, because it is in the truth of God that we will find our security. You keep well. We'll see you again. God bless. Bye-bye.